So, very good morning to you all. And today we are going to continue with our next point, that is a undriven RC circuit. Okay. So here we are going to study transient response. Okay. So to identify the undriven RC circuit, let us draw one circuitry which has one voltage source, okay, which is acting as a switch. That is, there will be one switch will be using, it will be used for the connection. Let us call these points as A and B. Okay, a resistor is there and a capacitor. Okay, which has a voltage VC of T. So let us start with it. Initially, we'll start with the derivation of voltage. So to identify the derivation of voltage, what we will be doing is, consider that initially the switch A or the switch is at position A for a long time and the circuit reaches a steady state condition. So the capacitor, what will happen to the capacitor? The capacitor will be get fully charged. Okay, let us call that voltage as V volts, and let us denote the initial voltage across the capacitor as V, and after charging it is Vc of t. So as it is initial voltage, okay, so this initial voltage can be drawn or defined it as Vc of 0 minus is equal to Vc of 0 plus is equal to V. Okay, and after that one, okay, at t is equal to 0, okay, I'll call initially switch is at position A. Okay, now at t is equal to 0, the position of switch is changed to B. So how will be your circuitry? Your circuitry will be like, let us call this one as figure A, figure B. How will be your circuitry now? So here it will be like a resistor will be as it is, there will be a capacitor, but the thing which is being changed, it is a C. Okay, so voltage across it is Vc of t, let us call, and the current will call it as I of t. Why? Because the switch is being closed or defined it at position B at t is equal to 0. Now it is connected to a position B, and equivalent circuitry we have drawn through the figure B. Now apply KVL to figure B or the circuit B. So if we apply it, what we will get, it will be minus R into I of t minus Vc of t into 0. Therefore, what will be your circuitry now? It is Vc of t is equal to minus R into I of t. Okay, so here let us call those equations as, let us call this one as 1 and this one as equation number 2. Now here what we are getting, I'll just write here I of t is the current passing through the capacitor, is the current passing through the capacitor. Okay, and this can be given by, or this can be written as I of t is equal to what? C into dVc of t by what? Dt. Okay, therefore the same equation can be written as Vc of t is equal to what? Minus Rc, okay, into d by dt of Vc of t. Now if we rearrange by rearranging the terms, what we get? We will get it as dVc of t by Vc of t is equal to minus dt by Rc. Okay, this is what we will get. Now by integrating both sides, okay, by integrating both sides, we get what we get. Okay, so if we have to integrate both sides, that will be with respect to the what? The corresponding variables. So it will be now log of Vc of t is equal to minus t by Rc plus k. Let us call this one as equation number 3. So here again what we are supposed to do is, the k is constant of integration and constant of integration, and if we have to identify its value, it is calculated using the initial conditions. So let us calculate the value of k. So initially at t is equal to 0, Vc of t is equal to V. Therefore, by putting t is equal to 0 in equation 3, we get what we get? We get it as log of V is equal to 0 plus k. Therefore, k is equal to log of V. So, if we put this value, okay, into the equation, put k in 3. Okay, so what we will get? We'll get it as log of Vc of t is equal to minus t by Rc plus log of V. Therefore, log of Vc of t is minus log of V is equal to minus t by Rc. Therefore, log of Vc of t by V is equal to minus t by Rc. Now, by taking antilog of both sides, we get Vc of t is equal to V, which is equal to V into, which is equal to e raised to minus t by Rc. So again, we are knowing that what is Rc? That is time constant. So which is always denoted by tau. So instead of that one, we'll go with the initial equation, that is the derivation of voltage. It is Vc of t is equal to V into e raised to minus t by Rc. Okay, so this is what the equation. This equation indicates the voltage across the capacitor. The next point that we are going to continue, that is the variation of voltage. So if there is a variation in voltage, how will be the response? So here the term RC is the time constant, and which is always denoted by tau, which is nothing but tau is equal to RC. Therefore, your equation will be now, it is Vc of t is equal to V into e raised to minus t by 2. Okay, so let us consider a different values of t, as let us start with, for t is equal to 0, Vc of t is equal to V into e raised to 0, which is nothing but what? V. It means at t is equal to 0, V will be a maximum. Okay, now next, for t is equal to tau, it will be Vc of t is equal to what? V into e raised to minus 1, isn't it? It is 0.3678 V. Next, for t is equal to 2 tau, Vc of t is equal to what? V into a raised to minus 2, isn't it? It is 0.1353 V. Next, for t is equal to 4 tau, it is Vc of t is equal to V into a raised to minus 4, which is equal to 0.0183 V. Next, for t is equal to 6 tau, it is Vc of t is equal to V into a raised to minus 6, which is equal to 0.0024 V. Similarly, t is equal to infinite, Vc of t is equal to V into a raised to minus infinity is equal to 0. So what does it mean? If we have to draw its graph, it will be like, somewhere you'll get a V0, and okay, I just write, it is Vc of t, and the value is V0. It is 0.3678 V0 and the time constant. So the variation of voltage across the capacitor with respect to time can be drawn like this one, and the Vc of t is rapidly decreases with time t, that is at t is equal to tau, whatever may be the value, and at t is equal to 2, it is Vc of t initial condition is 0.3678 V, and after this the rate of decay slows down. A steady state voltage is obtained at 6 tau. Okay, now whenever we'll be performing this operation, there is one more thing will be defined, known as the behavior of charge on capacitor. Behavior of charge on capacitor. Therefore, the total charge on capacitor is denoted by Q. Therefore, what we can define, thus V is equal to Q by C. Let Q be the charge at any instant. This instantaneous voltage across capacitor is Vc is equal to q dash by c. Let us call this one as equation number 6 and this one as 7. Now, by putting this 6 and 7 in 5, we get what we get. Q dash by c is equal to q by c into e raised to minus t by rc. Therefore, q dash is equal to q into a raised to minus t by rc. So if we compare, let us call this one as 8. If we compare the equation number 5 and 8, what is our equation number 5? This is what our equation number 5. I need to write. Okay, where it is. This is what the 4. Okay, and this one we have called it as 5. Okay, so if we call these equations and compare this equation, we can conclude that the behavior of charge on capacitor is similar to the variation of voltage across the capacitor. Okay, next point that we are going to start with, that is the derivation of current. That is derivation of current. So initially the capacitor was fully charged, and when the switch is connected to the position B, then the capacitor start discharging. So when the capacitor charge discharging, so the discharging current, how it can be defined? Okay, so discharging current, that can be written as discharging current is given by, that is I of t is equal to VR by R. What is VR? It is voltage drop across resistor. Okay, so now when the source is not connected, when the source is not connected, so it is VR is equal to VC, and therefore your equation will be now, therefore it will be I of t is equal to VC by R. Now if we put, let us call this one as equation number of, what is our equation number that we have gone through? It is 8, it is 9. Okay, so put equation 9 in 4, we get what we will get. We'll get it as I of t is equal to V by R into e raised to minus t by RC. Let us call this one as equation number 10. So if we have to identify the variation of current, let us start with the variation of current. So the variation of current, it can be defined as tau is equal to RC, and therefore I of t is equal to V by R into a raised to minus t by tau. Therefore I of t is equal to what? We have already written V by R is equal to e raised to minus t by tau. So let us start with the initial conditions. For t is equal to 0, I of t will be V by R into e raised to 0, which is nothing but what? 1. So it will be a V by R. So current initially will be a maximum. Next, for t is equal to tau, it will be I of t is equal to V by R into e raised to minus 1, which is nothing but what? It is 0.3678 V by R. Next, for t is equal to 2 tau I of t is equal to v by r into a raised to minus 2, which is nothing but 0.1353 v by r. Next, for t is equal to 4 tau I of t is equal to v by r into a raised to minus 4, which is equivalent to 0.0183 v by r. Last, for t is equal to 6 tau I of t will be v by r into a raised to minus 6, which is equal to 0.0024 v by r. What does it indicate? Initially, let us draw the graph or the response, transient response, we'll call I of t versus t. The initial value, let us call this one as maximum. So at a certain, after a certain duration, it will be decreased. So the variation of discharging current with respect to time can be drawn like this one. This is what the time constant, that is 0.3678 v by r. Okay, so this is what the response of a circuit. Almost we are done with all the points. Only one point is left, so that we will continue in the tomorrow's session, because okay, we'll stop for now here.